I'm in hiding, guys. Just so you know, I'm in hiding over here. Look at me. If I get scared, I'm coming in here. But anyway, we're gonna go back to opening cards. You might be saying to yourself right now, Danger Chris, which cards are we gonna open? And you would say that, wouldn't you? Anyway, we're gonna open these cards. This is from Topps. These are the Desert Storm cards. Coalition for Peace. This was 8 trading cards and a sticker. Topps Corporation. Let's go see them. Let's go dox the Topps Corporation. We're doxing them. All right, 1991. The Topps Company. Drea, PA. 18642. Made and printed in the USA. Goddamn right, baby. Tariff that shit. Alright, and what are we cutting with today? Where we got my fucking handy Opinel. Made in France. I found this in my grandfather's things. He's still alive. I just found it in his things, and now it's mine. Don't ask questions. Alright, here we go. And I'm doing Desert Storm in part because I want, you know, my homie Let's Tab 59, you might often see him in my comments. He does some military related content, military history. And Keith, I just want you to know this one's for you. Hopefully we'll see, you know, something cool. We'll learn something. And hell, we might even make some friends along the way, gang. Alright, we are extracting the Desert Storm cards. I used to collect these back in the day, back in 1991, probably specifically. Alright, say bye to our Opinel. Oh, now the Opinel, you got a handy little clasp there, and that keeps your blade locked. See, that's not going nowhere. Almost caught myself, but I didn't. Alright, let's take a look and see what Desert Storm cards we pulled. I haven't opened a pack of these since the first grade. Alright, what do we got first? The E-86B Prowler. The Prowler is a carrier-braced, low-level attack bomber equipped specifically to deliver nuclear or conventional weapons to destroy targets, completely hidden by weather or darkness. Oh man. They can't tell you what kind of arms it's got. That would be top secret. Speed, what was that? 500? 651 mph. Man, she's fast. Let's take a look at her. Oh, whoop. Here we go. The E-A6B Prowler from the Desert Storm. I think this is the first series of Desert Storm cards. I could be wrong. Alright, there is our EA6B Prowler. What we got next? Members of NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. And here were the members of NATO at the time. It was Belgium, Canada, Denmark, Germany, Greece, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, Spain, Turkey, United Kingdom, United States. Oh man, how they've grown. Desert Storm 1991, card 73. And here we got a machine gunner. That is our member of NATO. Oh, okay, well maybe not all the cards are related. Maybe the machine gunner is a member of NATO, but they didn't give us any details about the machine gun he is using. Anyway, that is number 74. Here it is. A little bit closer for your reading pleasures. There you go. Oh, look at that little watermark on there. Let's take it in. Let's appreciate the details. Alright, that's enough appreciating the details. Alright, what do we got now? I don't even want to read this whole thing. I don't want to waste too much of your time. This will take an hour if I read every one of those. Alright, we got the CH-53 Super Stallion. Pause the screen now if you would like to read that. That is well focused there. This is Desert Storm number 14, we've got the CH-53 Super Stallion helicopter. Oh man, look at there in action. Looks like we are coming off of an aircraft carrier of some sort. Alright. What do we got next? Airborne unit. This is card 68. Go ahead and pause it if you would like to read, because I'm flipping her now. Alright, here we go. Here is our airborne unit. Alright, let her focus up. Let you appreciate the details. Supply ship number 54. Here is our army supply ship. Looks like we're bringing in all these tanks. Got some other type of armored vehicles. You know, I don't know a ton of military history myself, but I have, you know, being with the Scouts, you spend a lot of time in the military museums, and I always appreciate learning something. Now that I'm older and have a better appreciation for what these things are, I actually think these cards are even cooler. At some point, I will dig out the collection I had from being a kid, and we will look at that. Anyway. Go ahead and take on a look at our next one. Dropping behind the lines. Number 70. Alright, let's get this up so you can read it. Love that watermark on the back. It's real nice. Desert Storm. Number 70. 1991. From Topps. Here's our paratrooper in flight. Look at that shit. I used to work with a former paratrooper. Frank, wherever you are, I hope you're well. F-18 Hornet. This was Desert Storm number 27. Let me bring the stats on up here for you. Go ahead and pause your screen. We're going to hold it here for a moment. Alright, there we go. Here we are flying high, the F-18. Look at her. And what does it give us our max altitude up here? 461 miles. Maximum speed of 1,190 miles per hour. Crazy. Alright, we're down to our last card and our sticker. What do we got here? We got the Scud A. This was Desert Storm number 50. The Scud missile. I remember hearing about that as a child and not knowing much. But there we go. We have our Scud missile A. Alright, and our final card, the sticker. We have here the Cavalry Motto Forward, number 13. Alright, and then, you know, we got a back of a puzzle piece here. We'll see if eventually, maybe we'll even collect all of them. But anyway, that's our show for today, guys. I really appreciate everyone tuning in. I don't know when I'm going to schedule this out. It is currently July 12th, 2025. I love you all. This has been the Danger Chris Show, starring Danger Chris. Have a great day. Be safe. We're going to get through the work week. Later.